Hey, this is Barry from Sunken Mine Railroad. Welcome to my video. I'm excited this week because I'm going to get to lay some track. I want to show you some basic tools you're going to need, and this is where I'm going to actually start to work on the layout. So here's some basic tools that you're going to need to do this. I bought some push pins from Michael's. There we go. And I also have this cool tool from Mark that is a pair of pliers that's used to apply the pins and be able to push them in. There's a couple things else you're going to need. You're going to need a drill. This is an 1/8 inch brad point drill right here. And it's not like a regular metal drill where it's designed to drill into wood. And this is for running the power lines. I've taken the liberty of the Toporama Marklin put some tabs on here, and when looking at the picture of the box, it looks like they just ran wires left and right with some small holes. I soldered the wires underneath, and I'm going to drill through the layout so you can't see any of the wires right here. So that's how I'm going to do it. On the Toporama itself, there's a couple of dots right here that show where you're supposed to drill, but I don't see how that would be feasible based on where the lines are. So a couple of the tools you're going to need is something straight when you lay the track. I've got some straight edges. I also have, there's another straight edge. I also have a piece of aluminum I bought from Home Depot that it's going to allow me to get this track really straight. It's important for me that the track is flat and it's straight. So I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to pin the track first, and then once I'm done doing that, I'll start to push the brads in. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all of this for the video because it's just going to be too much and too long. But I will show you some of the stuff that I'm going to lay down. And then the other thing that I would recommend highly is a pair of gloves. I got these at the auto parts store. Some latex gloves, because your hands, even though I've watched them, there's a lot of grease and stuff on your hands. So I'm going to put on some gloves before I start to lay on the track. So I'm laying out my track, and I'm going to start to attach it. I consider soldering this, but I think it's too difficult, and if I want to change plans in the future, I'm not going to be able to. So I'm just going to, again, put this together the way it was intended. Okay, I'm about a third of the way through. It's going faster than I thought it was going to go. I noticed that these pieces of track actually snap in together. There's actually little tiny snaps in there. Maybe you can see that. And if you rush it, they don't sort of snap together properly. But if you do it correctly, they fit pretty nicely together. Just like that, it kind of make a snapping noise, and then it's attached. So the back side of the layout's a little bit easier. I got another one of these junctions with two turnouts. Interestingly enough, this is all made in Italy. So this guy's going to go here, and this guy is going to go here. Now I've got to create an isolation for the two junctions because the isolator is here, here, and here, and I'm going to run the transformer with the outside and a second transformer for the inside. I was thinking about putting a third transformer in for the yard, but I don't see myself doing like yard work while the trains are running. 2 trains is enough. I'm just pulling out the metal joiners to put in phenolic ones or plastic ones so they isolate. The new one's only going on one side, but you can see there's a little plastic tab right there that keeps the 2 rails from touching each other. So it works. It looks like it works pretty well. There it goes. And this guy is going to go here. Take your time, these go together pretty well. Again, I'm going to drill holes and mark these once I pin them down. These are just dummies until I can get everything laid out, and then I'll drop those in. Okay, it looks like I have 2 left-hand turnouts here. Nope. There's 85 62s. This is going to be for, these are for the yard. Okay, here's the basic main line right here. The track is all attached, and really the next thing I want to do is set it down with the pins. And then once I set it down, I'm going to worry about the sidings later, but once I set down the main line, I'm going to start marking where I want to drill the holes for the wires to go down through the layout. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you won't see any of these wires. They'll be underneath the switches and the turnouts. But there's going to be a lot. There's going to be rail isolators here. There's going to be these electronic derailleurs, uncouplers. So the next thing, again, I'm going to do is start to pin the track down. This is where having a straight edge is going to be really useful. And the nice thing with this Toporama is it does have some marks on it that indicate where the rails are supposed to go. I think this is a good place to stop for now because I don't really want to rush the entire layout. I've set up a lot of material. What I'm going to do is pin the entire track down and then mark up exactly where I want the holes for myself to drill. Then I'm going to lift the track up, drill some holes, and then put the track back down and put the wires through those holes. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this edition, and I'm going to try to figure out how I'm going to edit it down. And have a great night. Thank you.